Vasudevasutam devam
Vasudevasutam devam
Kamsa-chanūramardhanam
Kamsa-chanūramardhanam
Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pulāravindāyata patra netra Yena tvaya bharata taila purna Prajvalito jñāna-maya pradipaha. Shubhodaya, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are joining. The sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the Mahabharata is called as the Sangraha. All the Shastras are contained in Mahabharata. If you can't find something in Mahabharata, then it is not there anywhere. And if it is whatever you want to see in the world, whatever you want to hear, it is contained in Mahabharata. There is nothing like it is not contained in Mahabharata. Mahabharata, that is why it has got its weight. It's a Mahabhara. Bhara, heaviest. If you keep all the Shastras on one side, Mahabharata on one side, Mahabharata weighs heavier. And in the Vedavyasa himself says, each shloka of Mahabharata has at least 10 meanings. Each shloka of Mahabharata has at least 10 meanings. And while in the Vishnu Sahasranama, last week I mentioned Vishnu Sahasranama, Lord himself entered into Bhishmacharya to talk about Vishnu Sahasranama. Each word of Vishnu Sahasranama has at least 100 meanings. 1,000 names times 100 is again 100,000. 100,000 different meanings of Lord, at least. And when we are aged, old, we start losing memory. We can't hear whatever we have studied. We don't remember our own children's name and forget about thinking of the Lord. We can't remember anything. Maybe we are in a coma state and filled with phlegm. I am not able to speak also. Phlegm has filled up my lungs. I can't speak. And my limbs are not moving. I am in ICU. And how can I think? And our status we have seen. But Bhishmacharya could able to deliver the Sandesha in the Shanti Parva. Not one shloka, not two shloka, not 100 shloka. But through 20,000 shlokas, 20,000 verses, he conveyed the message of the Shanti Parva, the duty of a householder, duty of the leader, duty of the king, and through various parables also, various stories of like animals, animal stories, bird stories, and now what we hear as a children's storybooks and Panchatantra stories. Panchatantra stories are there. The Panchatantra stories are conveying the message through animals, through birds. Through them, they are conveying the message to the humans. Panchatantra got inspiration from Mahabharata. So many animal stories are there. That story, through that one, and message is being conveyed. Conveyed the message. For one such story, and one person, well educated, well qualified, rank student, and he had an unemployment problem. He did not know what to do in life, and then what he did, no point in, he tried everywhere, no job, he decided to commit suicide. And he went to the top of the hill, he wanted to jump off. At that time, a jackal appeared. Bhishmacharya is telling this story. A jackal appeared and said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I am not finding a job, no point in living, I want to commit suicide." And this jackal said, "How silly, you call yourself best of the all animals and that still you want to commit suicide? We animals, we don't have even hands. We don't have hands or only 4 legs we are walking on. We never think of suicide. We don't know where the next food is there, but still we don't commit suicide. Whereas you, human beings, you have 2 hands. The handicraft, the craft, many things you can create out of hands. The industry in Sanskrita, it is called as kaitatmana.
Yatatmana
Yogo dushprapa iti me mati.
Yogo dushprapya iti me mati.
Vashyatmana tu yatata.
Vashyatmana tu yatata.
Śhatru-vaptu upāyataha.
Śhatru-vaptu upāyataha.
And with practice and asamyata, disintegrated mind is going everywhere. You can't do that one, but with controlled mind, having a stable mind, you can integrated mind, you can do that one. Uvācha ayati shraddhayopeto yogaśchalita-manasaha aprapya yoga samsiddhim kāmgatim krishna gacchati kachinno bhaya-vibrashta chinna brahmiva nashyati apratishto mahabaho vimudo brahmanapati. I have the faith. The faith alone, is it enough? I don't have the intensity of to practice. I have the faith, but there is no intensity. And I may be spending 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, maybe practicing, but no intensity. I have faith, or half an hour every day I am doing, but there is no intensity. And by doing that one, I know that person won't get that one highest. And at the same time, don't you think he is wasting his time or she is wasting her time? Instead, she can do some other thing which she is interested in. Some other work, some job, do some other job, earn some money. That at least that is possible. Doing this one, interest is there, but the intensity is not there. That person won't reach. Like it will become like a cloud, dark cloud, water-bearing cloud, cut asunder and thrown asunder by a wind. That sadhana also will go waste. That person neither gets that one nor this achieves this one. Won't it become like a cloud on a windy day, blown away, no water, only the hope was there. Hope of getting water was there. Earth was crying for water, hoping that will come and quench the thirst, but only the hope. But it did not materialize. Won't the life also become like that? We don't have a intensity. Only the interest is there, intensity is not there. And that person, where that person will go, ka gati Krishna aprapya kam gatim Krishna gacchati, and apratishto mahabaho, and kachinno bhaya vibrashta chinna bhramiva nashyati apratishto mahabaho vimudho brahmanapati. By not achieving this one, Brahmanapati, this royal path of meditation, he or she has embarked on thinking that it's a royal path. And when the intensity is not there, that person will fall away, wasting the time. Instead, did not do other things also, and could not make progress in the royal path. And etanme samshayam Krishna śhatru-arhasya sheshatah tvadanya samshayasya chetana hyupapadyate. Chetana, you remove the doubt completely. My doubt, uproot the doubt completely, Krishna. You uproot the doubt. I know only you can uproot the doubt. What I have, śhatru-arhasya sheshatah. It's from the root. Completely remove the doubt. Only you can remove the doubt from which is deep within me. If I practice a bit and do not succeed, has it all gone waste? Śrī bhagavān uvācha pārtanaiveha namutra vināśastasya vidyate nahi kalyāna-krit kaśchit durgatim tāta gacchati. Shri Krishna, for that one, in the opening statement itself, he starts reassuring Arjuna. And Partha Naiveha, Partha, last week I mentioned Partha is a son of Pritha, it's you are a son of your mother, is such a royal mother, you are a great mother. All through her life she had so many challenges, never gave up. You are her son. And by reminding him of his mother, now thinking of your mother's greatness, you should not talk like this. There is no Namutra, the one who is wanting to embark on the Brahmanapati, embark on the royal path, there is no loss for that person. Last week I mentioned I cannot go to Kashi or Badrinath. All you say, I want to go to Badrinath, I want to go to Badrinath, I want to go to Kashi. Even physically I don't go. Desire is there. You will get a merit of going there. And that doesn't mean you should not go. But the thinking of the royal path, I want to tread the royal path. Even those who aspire for that one, there is no loss for that one. Those who wants to do good to others, nahi kalyāna-krit kaśchit, wanting to embark on a royal path, wanting to do good for others, there is no durgati, there is no bad thing for that person. Bad thing may appear to start, but not to lose the hope, not to lose. Your ultimately good will be there. Shri Krishna is assuring those who wants to embark on this royal path, there is no loss. Prāpya punya kritān lokān anuśhitva śhāśvati samāha shucīnām śrīmatāṃ gehe yoga bhrashto bijāyate. When you are embarking on the royal path, I have taken the royal path. And this, last week I mentioned, in this life, I want to go to the first floor and there are 20 steps. This life, I climbed 5 steps with great difficulty. And maybe my practice got discontinued. So many distractions in my life. I discontinued my path. I jumped off, or my life has ended, or something has caused me to stop my practice. In the next life, I won't start back from the ground zero. First step, my learning, first 5-step learning is already there. And I start from the fifth step. We already see that one in the outside. Some people from young age, something is, I know this one, I am very familiar. For a person in the first step, I have to tell 20 times, still that person won't comprehend. I forgot. A person who has traveled this path, 5 steps, 10 steps, if I say one time, that person, yes, it's familiar. Teacher need not have to repeat it again. One time saying, it is very familiar. I have heard this one, that goes deep into that one. Shri Krishna says, when you embark on the royal path, perchance it gets discontinued, there is no loss. But from the prapya punya, whatever you acquired from the previous life, and lokan, when the merits are acquired, you go to the higher world. You stay there, shashwatim, with the great illumined people. You spend time with the illumined people. And after exhausting your merit, you will be born in a family, pure family, Srimatam, people with noble ideals in life, people with wealthy family, noble family, with noble ideals in their family, in their day-to-day life, and pure family. That soul will be born. That soul will be taken care, protected. That environment is created around that soul such that environmental force won't pull the soul down. Sometimes the soul wants to practice, but the surroundings are not appropriate. My family surroundings are not allowing me to practice. My society is not allowing me to practice. My social network, where I am belonging to, they are not allowing me to blossom what I want to do. My family environment is not right. My social network is not right. And whatever my work commitment, my boss is putting lot of pressure on me, wanting me to work 20 hours a day. He is not allowing me to concentrate. So many environmental forces can pull me down. This life also totally wasted. My life is spent only battling my family or the society, or my workforce, or whatever, or health doesn't permit. So many things, though I am born, it is not allowing. Shri Krishna says, those who are embarked on the royal path, they will be in such a situation, their family situation, immediate surrounding, they are placed in such a surrounding that they can continue the journey unhindered. The environmental force becomes very conducive for their blossoming. Environmental force helps them. Though genetic force is there, I want to do, if the environmental force is not cooperating, I can't progress. The genetic force, when it is there, that soul will be put in such an environment that sadhana becomes easy. Sadhana, the blossoming happens. Athava, other alternative Shri Krishna talks about yogina athava yogina meva.
Athava yogina meva.
Kule bhavati dhimatam.
Kule bhavati dhimatam.
Etadhi durlabhataram.
Etadhi durlabhataram.
Loke janmayadhi drisham.
Loke janmayadhi drisham.
Athava, Shri Krishna talks about that another higher possibility, that person is all born in a yogi's family. The place, the way, the right from childhood, that child, in the first case, that environment is good so that this soul, this person can continue the journey finding a right teacher and progress. Or another possibility, Shri Krishna says, right from childhood, that soul is exposed to that environment. Yogina, that it's born in yogi's family. That it's born in yogi's family, right from childhood, the environment is conducive. Kule bhavati dhimatam, born in a knowers of highest. That person is born in that one. Not only the environment is conducive, the environment is extremely conducive right here. I need not have to go out looking for a right teacher elsewhere. It is there happening right from home, in the home itself. That right from the birth, it is that child is exposed so that the progress happens. Etadhi durlabhataram.
Etadhi durlabhataram.
Loke janmayadhi drisham.
Loke janmayadhi drisham.
The second type, being born, exposed right from childhood, is extremely rare. Shri Krishna talks about. The second case is extremely rare. The first case is commonly we come across. Shri Krishna talks about. Then what happens? When I am born in the immediate surrounding, my family itself, that it's in that family I have born, or I am in a good environment, then what happens? Tatratam buddhi samyogam.
Tatratam buddhi samyogam.
Labhate paurvadehikam.
Labhate paurvadehikam.
Yatate cha tato bhuya.
Yatate cha tato bhuya.
Samsiddho kuru nandana.
Samsiddho kuru nandana.
Tatratam, then when that soul is born, buddhi samyogam, what has been acquired in the past naturally comes to that person. Second repetition is not required. Naturally comes from the paurvadehikam, in the earlier purvadehikam, earlier births, whatever has been acquired, it comes very naturally. Yatate cha tato bhuya yatate cha tato bhuya samsiddho kurunandana. Yatate means prayatna. By trying, little bit trying, tato bhuya, that person gets perfection easily. For other people, first time I have to tell 100 times, still no interest. I cannot awaken the interest in that person. Whereas this person, and previously I have learned, and the purva, then the little bit of effort, that those things comes to that person naturally and gets the perfection in that one. Then what happens? We have done up to there last week. Purvabhyasena tenaiva.
Purvabhyasena tenaiva.
Hriyate hyavashopi saha.
Hriyate hyavashopi saha.
Jñāsurapi yogasya.
Jñāsurapi yogasya.
Shabda brahmati vartate.
Shabda brahmati vartate.
And purvabhyasena tenaiva. Because of the purva abhyasa done in the past, tenaiva hriyate hyavashopi saha, and that things comes naturally to that person. No extra effort is required. Purvabhyasena jñāsurapi yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. Now, whatever I am learning the chemistry. For example, I am learning the chemistry. And that I am learning the periodic table, I am learning the equations and whatever. I am my learning, or I am doing the medical study, medicine, whatever is told in the medical science, I am confined to that one. And if I go to a doctor will look at the medical textbook or this one. What is the guidelines, medical guidelines, and what the person said, what is the new invention said, and based on that one only they operate. I train quite a few yoga teachers also, and many yoga teachers also. They confine themselves to the textbook, what Patanjali Yoga Sutra talks about, what Hatha Yoga talks about, what Bhagavad Gita is talking about, only confined to that one. This one, I am a scholar, I am confining myself to the framework of my knowledge. Shabda Brahmati Vartate, one who goes beyond the boundaries. The genius is the one, he or she is not confined to Patanjali Yoga Sutra. He is not confined to Hatha Yoga. He is not confined to Bhagavad Gita, what the Lord has said. What this one has said, it's not, Bhagavad Gita hasn't mentioned, I can't talk about that one. That person naturally Shabda Brahmati Vartate. What words have spoken beyond the words. Many things are conveyed in silence. Words cannot talk about that one. That one goes beyond the limitations of the words. Words has a limitation. Words have limitation. It can convey some things which are tangible. The tangible things it can talk about. If it wants to convey something, it is intangible. I can't see that one. Eyes cannot see. Ears cannot hear. Tongue cannot taste. Skin cannot touch. Nose cannot smell. How it can talk about that one? My words are confined to that one. This yogi goes beyond the limitations of words. Beyond the limitations of the words. He or she goes. Sri Krishna is talking about the yogi. Who is the yogi? Who is the meditator? Meditator goes beyond what is that spoken language, because that person has experienced that one, conveys that one. Shabda Brahmati Vartate. And the Purvabhyasena, to give an example, in my early schooling, primary school, in my class, one of the school days, they started invocation prayer. Shanno Mitra Shamvarunaha, Shanno Bhavatvaryama, Shanna Indro. When they started talking about that one, and I was still in the primary school, and it was like a lightning. I have heard this one. It is my whole body became like a ear. Our whole body was an ear. I could able to, with full attention. It's a very familiar field. It's a very familiar field. Same with the example of Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi as a very naughty child and was very physical, always sportive. And once evening somebody came to his house and was talking about Arunachala. The moment he heard Arunachala, this is very familiar. I know this place. And without wasting time, he set out to Arunachala. That word, it's Shabda Brahmati. Yogi is, Shri Krishna says, not to confine yourself to the limitations of the words, you have to go beyond that one. Prayatnādyatamaнаstu
Prayatnādyatamaнаstu
Yogi Samshuddha Kilbishah Aneka Janma Samsiddha Tato Yati Param Gatim Prayatnādyatamaнаstu. By the continuous practice, and purifying Samshuddha Kilbishah, by purifying oneself, by removing making the impurities to settle down, purifying the impurities. Aneka Janma Samsiddha, the one which has acquired practice through many past lives, all are coming together like a jigsaw puzzle. They are slowly coming and marrying each other. Puzzles are getting aligned together. Aneka Janma Samsiddhi. Whatever practice I have practiced in the previous lives, slowly like a jigsaw puzzle, they are falling into place. Yati Param Gatim. That yogi reaches the highest. Prayatnādyatamaнаstu Yogi Samshuddha Kilbishah Aneka Janma Samsiddha Tato Yati Param Gatim Tapasvibhyo Adhiko Yogi Jnānibhyopi Mato Adhikaha Karmibhyascha Adhiko Yogi Tasmat Yogi Bhavarjuna Tapasvibhyo Adhiko Yogi Jnānibhyopi Matodhikaha Karmibhyascha Adhiko Yogi Tasmat Yogi Bhavarjuna. You become an yogi. Arjuna, you become an yogi. What type of yogi? The highest of the yogis. That type of yogi, one who has gone beyond the limitations of the words. Limitations of the words, one who has gone beyond the limitations of the words, one has experienced for himself or herself. And what this Patanjali Yoga Sutra or that sutra, this sutra has to do. And I have that for the one who has sailed across the river, what is the use of the boat? I have crossed across, why I have to hang on to the boat? One who has crossed across and one who has gone beyond the limitations of the words, one who has experienced that one, that yogi, tapasvibhyo adhiko yogi, that yogi is greater than a tapasvi, great tapasvi, doing meditation, maybe in the Himalayas for 10 years, 20 years, doing that one, that yogi is higher than that one. And person who has knowledge, who has memorized all shastras, all scriptures from the world, who has a knowledge, that person, yogi, is even better than that person. And one who is a great karma yogi and does so many things, no attachment, this yogi is even better than that one. And tasmat yogi bhavarjuna, you become an yogi. Go transcend beyond the limitations of the words. What shastras, scriptures are conveying, it's words which has a limitation. The one is the truth, the words cannot explain that one. That is the limitations of the words. Words have a limitation. One who has transcended beyond, one has a personal experience, the one who has experienced that one, whatever that person speaks, that will be in the scripture. Whatever that person speaks, that will be in the Shastra. Because he has or she has gone beyond, who has experienced that one. Whatever that person speaks, it will be in the Shastra. It will be there. And for us, we are only the quoting people. That book said that one, this person said that one, that person said this one, that person said that one, and only I am a quoting person. I am a quote master. I am only quoting from this, that, and that person is far inferior to the one who has gone beyond the limitations of the words. Yoginam api sarvesham madgate antaratmana śhraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktatamo mataha yoginam api sarvesham madgate antaratmana śhraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktatamo mataha. In Sanskrita there are three ones, like in English there is superlative words, good, better and best. And it's in Sanskrita also is there. Yukta means good. Yukta tara means better. Yukta tama is the best. Yukta tamo mataha. You hear Krishna says Yukta tama is the best. And my opinion, Shri Krishna says, it is my opinion that yogi is the best. Many people do the meditation. Many people they go beyond the limitations of the words in the medical science or physical science, material science, and many things. Great scientists are there. Many things, material science, which is subject to change. They have discovered something which is gone beyond that one. But Shri Krishna says that they are good. But Shri Krishna says the best of the yogis who has gone beyond the limitations of the words, Yukta Tama is the one, is Madgate and Sarvesham Yoginam Api is the best among all the meditators, best among all people who has gone transcended, always contemplating on me. One who resides always in me, always Shraddhavan, with utmost faith. I have full faith in the Lord, full faith. Shraddhavan bhajate, always worshipping, revering, surrendering, connecting the mind completely to the Supreme Lord, who is the repository for everything, material and immaterial things. Bhajate mam, yo mam, same yukta, bhajate yo mam, same yukta tamo mataha. That person is the best. Shri Krishna says meditation. There are many meditation schools are there. Meditation schools, and there is a concept of the divinity is not there. Just close your eyes. Somebody will say, just they turn on the tape also, just listen to the sound of the ocean, sound of the air blowing. And there is no divinity is there. Shri Krishna says, best of the meditator, thinking of the Supreme Lord, always surrendering to Him, connecting to Him, bowing down to Him with utmost faith. And utmost faith, yoginam api, that type of meditator is the highest. And Shri Krishna says to us through Arjuna, you become that type. Not just while away your time meditating on how to improve the another one, my house, I have to build a house, nobody should have built that one, and it's nobody, this one, my house, I had to do a painting, nobody should have done that one. So many things are there, but without the God is missing in that one. It is an inferior type. You become the highest type. Go beyond the limitations of the world. Shri Krishna says that type person who has gone beyond, that person is really a genius. There are many great people are there, but genius is very few. Genius is born in us only when we become so focused, so much of faith, and so much of faith is there, intensity is there, with the effort of the previous sadhana, everything like a jigsaw puzzle will come into place. Do not give up hope, practice, and genius will be born in you. That is the message of Lord Shri Krishna. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Atma Samyama Yogo Nama Shashtodhyayaha. Here Atma Samyama, Atma here means mind. Mind, Samyama means integrating the mind. Integrate the mind, scattered mind, you have to bring it together. Atma means the soul, Samyama means connect with Atma. Atma means Supreme Lord. Connect that one to the Supreme Lord. Bring your jiva, individual soul, to the Supreme Lord. That is meditation. That is the another definition of yoga. The today's shlokas we learnt, we repeat after me. Purvabhyasena tenaiva Hriyate hyavashopi saha Jñāsurapi yogasya Shabda brahmati vartate Prayatnadidamanastu Yogi samshuddha-kalbishah Aneka janma samsiddha Tato yati param gatim Tapasvibhyo adhiko yogi Jnanibhyopi matodikaha Karmibhyascha adhiko yogi Tasmat yogi bhavarjuna Yoginam api sarvesham Madgate antaratmana Shraddhavan bhajate yomam Same yuktatamo mataha Vasudeva sutam devam Kamsa-chanūramardhanam Devaki paramanandam Krishnam vande jagadgurum Namostute vyasa vishala buddhe Pullaravindayata patra netra Yena tvaya bharata taila purna Prajwalito jñāna-maya pradipaha